Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, led by the Spirit, taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachan on the Waf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, man, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. Another one. Daily Mail says Louisiana mom learns her fate after daughter, 3 years old, was beaten to deletion by two boys while she was at the casino. There you have it. Typical. The mother of the 3-year-old girl who was beaten to deletion by two boys while she went to gambling last year has been sentenced to 18 months in jail, which is crazy. Danasia Yates, 27, pleaded guilty to manslaughter and cruelty to juveniles after her daughter, Blessing Buckles, was killed by other children while unattended. Along with her friend, Tarika Scott, Yates was booked for leaving 8 kids ranging in ages from 11 months to 12 years old home alone at her Baton Rouge, Louisiana home. Yeah, this is your typical nigga woman right here. Yates. Daughter Blessing Buckles, I guess a blessing, huh? Yeah, cause you named her Blessing. Suffered a brain bleed following an alleged attack by the juvenile suspects who are Scott's son, 10, and her nephew, 12. Scott has pleaded not guilty to all charges and is expected to attend court on May 5th. She like, shit, I was at the casino. I had nothing to do with that shit. But these are damn children. East Baton Rouge Sheriff Office said they responded to a call about Blessing being unconscious at Scott's home. All right, deputies said the child made the call at around 3:45 p.m. and there were no adults in the house when they arrived. Scott and Yates pulled up in the driveway shortly after. The pair, come on, man, what the fuck is this? The pair admitted that all 8 children had been left home alone for several hours while they were out gambling at the casino. So there you have it, and there she go. Typical nigga woman. Just irresponsible as hell. Here go the other one. Look at this one. Typical nigga women, boy. Boy. Says Scott also says she was aware that her nephew had a history of violence towards other children. Okay, so if you knew that, just lock it down. This motherfucker is fucking up trying to get me to do some shit. It says, Yates says she had seen bruises on at least one of her daughters after they were left alone with the boy, but she ignored her children's pleas for help. Scott and Yates were each charged with principal to simple battery and principal to second-degree murder over Blessing's death. You leaving these badass, emotional-ass females with your daughters, because you know them niggas is acting like they mamas. You'll never hear about no men involved. Because when these single black women raise these dudes, man, they be feminine as hell. They be emotional niggas with strength. They just like females with a little more strength. It says the 2 boys responsible for the attack were also arrested and charged with 1 count each of battery and second-degree murder. EMTs tried to resuscitate Blessing at the home before transporting her to the hospital in critical condition. She later succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead 2 days later on February 14th. And bitch probably was mad she missed Valentine. Probably didn't even care. Blessing suffered a brain bleed and bruising to her face and body likely to have been caused by blunt force trauma. At the time of her death, Yates and her children had been staying with Scott and her family, and they admitted to police that they regularly left all 8 juveniles home alone to go gambling. Now, why would you leave an 11-month-old with these? Come on, bro. But hey, you know what though? I mean, it's not. Hey, that's nigga living right there. This is why we need the Lord, man. We need out of this place, man. The women having that ability to gad abroad. Like, here you go. You don't even have sense enough to stay with your baby, man. It says the pair of close friends were not related, and they both have criminal records. Of course they do. Yates was previously arrested for stealing clothes from Walmart and belongings from a home and 2. Anyway, she also reportedly launched a brick through a windshield in another woman's car. Yeah, come on, man. We already look at this shit. Look at this nigga him. Nigga, boy. You know these bitches is masculine as hell. just looking masculine. Scott was charged with murder. God damn. In 2021 for allegedly shooting a woman to death, but she was never indicted by a grand jury. Ain't that about a bitch? So that lets you know right there. Just violent ass, masculine women raising these feminine ass young men, and come on, man, I can't even imagine what the house even looked like or smelled like, or probably come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, the nigga woman boy, she gets down hardcore, man, when it comes to just being foul, man. She was also charged with arson in 2023 for allegedly setting fire to a car outside someone's house. Why would you even allow somebody like this to stay with you? Because if you get into a bad fix, an argument, if this bitch is shooting people and setting fire to shit, she would kill your ass too and your children. But you allowing her to stay with you and your children with her badass sons that killed your baby? Incredible. Okay, witnesses said Scott tampered with security cameras to try and avoid detection, of course. Her booking photo for the murder case shows her from chest up with bare shoulders and her hair tied back. A heart-shaped tattoo is visible. That's a damn prison tattoo, too. That shit looked like some nigga done that shit on the couch while she was smoking a blunt. Okay. A case like this is devastating. Anyway, man, my heart breaks for the child. Lost too soon, and I pray for the others involved, man. Look, you're looking at them some damn monsters, bro. But anyway, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick, because this is pretty much overall what the problem is. Overall, we're under the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. But right here, Ecclesiastes 25, and I'm going to start at verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. That's why she was able to do all the shit that she was doing and hit the casino and shoot at people and fucking arson and stealing shit out of Walmart and doing all these different things. Why? Because they have the ability to gad abroad. If they didn't have that ability, if they had fathers in the home that was really over their asses, putting the fear of God in their asses. Grew up with no fathers, no grandfathers. You don't never hear about no uncles. You don't never hear about no men cousins or nobody older, as far as a man that's involved in a lot of these cases. It's just a bunch of damn women on the news now. Overall, that's what it is. That's all that you pretty much overall seeing on the news now is a bunch of damn black women. Just women in general, but the black women, man, is out of control. It's just best to just steer clear, man. They're like ticking time bombs, bro. This is Deuteronomy 28, 56. Yep, it says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughters. And I'm willing to bet you both of them have absolutely no relationship with the fathers of those children. Especially if they that goddamn crazy. You leaving 8 kids at the crib that young, man, to go to the casino, to go gamble. Probably had got a little, what they call it, a little free, how they give your ass $5 or some shit to come play. Motherfuckers be waiting on that shit, some type of rewards or some shit, and they lose their mind. Girl, come on, girl, let's go. We could probably win. We can win this money, girl. To go blow on some drugs or something, man. Anyway. But these are the curses that we're under, just being really cruel, man, towards our family, man, especially when it comes to the children. That's cruelty. You know what I'm saying? To leave an 11-month-old at home to go to the fucking casino. It's enough you just on your damn phone all day and you're not paying no attention to the babies, man. Crazy, man. Anyway, let me get another one. Not going to be a long lesson. I just seen this and yep. Eve strikes again. I just seen another article too that was kind of bugged out, but the Lord is judging Eve, man, real cold these days, man. It's a lot of judgments that's going out right now. That's why we tell do these lessons to let our people know, hey, to repent to the Father Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahushua, man. We're still under these curses, but at least through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, coming into this truth. you get somewhat of some peace, man. You get some peace, you know what I'm saying? Because you start to just move away from the bullshit. Isaiah 32:9, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. So like you tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip ye and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, which means to repent, man. Settle in. Humble yourself. You're too goddamn prideful, man. Running around out here, your fist balled up all the time. Just be walking with your damn fist balled up. Just pretty as shit with your fist balled up. Mad as hell. Masculine as hell. Big stupid ass frown on your face. Looking doofy all damn day long. Nobody wants to approach you. Nobody wants to speak to you. And then you burning bridges on every side, man. Everybody that you know don't want nothing to do with you. Crazy, man. That's just the way that it is, man. Let me see. It was another article that I had seen. This shit right here. Let me see. Mom dies from broken heart days after her 20-year-old son was murdered. So supposedly, I'm assuming that he was living that lifestyle. Supposedly, two dudes broke in the house and brutally beat the shit out of him. She couldn't take it because that was her so-called best friend. And she dies 11 days later because she was so heartbroken that she couldn't hang out with her GAY son, her best friend. You get these parents talking about my best friend. Look, your children are not your best friend or your children. You were so heartbroken that you just died yourself. No, the Lord took both of y'all asses out of the world. Gave it, judged your ass. Because you probably more than likely pushed him into the lifestyle. His dad was probably trying to say something. His granddad, his uncles was probably trying to say something. And you just, he let him alone. Because even the sister in the article talking about, they just wouldn't let him be who he was. Yep. Now here you go looking stupid as hell. Here's the sister right here. Let me see. They got the photo. No, they did have a photo. Oh, damn, they got rid of the damn photo. But they had a group photo with all of them. Yeah, the sister talking about, they just think, he didn't bother nobody. They wouldn't let him be who he was. So supposedly two dudes broke into the house and beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? So who knows what he done, But these people be online. They be on Facebook. They be all this damn social media wars. Motherfuckers pull up on your ass because they know where you live while you typing your life away. That's why, the scriptures talks about, being wise with your words, man. How does it go? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. And that's even what you type in something. But these people, man, they get online, they got their location on, motherfuckers pulling up on them and just doing them all kinds of dirty. And nobody is learning. And this is just, the beginning of, the little hot weather as far as here where I'm at, man. Motherfuckers is already acting a goddamn fool. Anyway, I didn't want to keep this long, but as you can see, her ass out of here. She gone too. Cause y'all push this, you don't agree with these lifestyles, man. I get it, if they're children. And you got to take, they're of age. You have to take care of them. You set your rules down in your crib. You know what I'm saying? And you let them know, hey, look, man, you're not going to fucking be like that up in here. You're going to have to find you somewhere to go. But as soon as you turn old enough, you want to do that shit, you get the fuck on, but don't come back around here. As soon as you want to turn into my daughter, don't come back here. Because I had a son. But you have these parents. You know what I'm saying? They promote that shit. They actually push that shit. They push hard. The black woman, man, she pushed hard for the children to just be stupid as hell. I'm just going to be honest about it, man. And that's the reason why Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he has so much chaos in his homes now because he was the one that sowed this seed into our houses, man, with that discord. That's causing discord among brethren. That's one of the things that the Lord hates right here in Proverbs. And this is what Esau has done. That's why his households are now out of fucking order. You know what I'm saying? And and they jugging up grandmama and dismembering grandpa and cutting a damn head off and stuffing somebody into a suitcase. You know, they done lost their damn minds these days. So, you know, yeah, like for real, when you look at some of these stories with these Edomites, these so-called white people done lost their fucking minds, bro. And it's good for them. That shit is good for their asses, man. Let me start at verse 16, Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Oh, shit. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him, a proud look. And that's, you know, that's one thing that our people have taken on from the so-called white man, because he's prideful as hell. A lying tongue. Our people constantly lying because Esau. See, you living in a kingdom where you're pretty much you're regurgitating the rulers over you. The same way that the rulers are. Our people are the same fucking way, especially the so-called black woman. She's a goddamn liar. She's prideful as hell. It says hands that shed innocent blood. See, the one woman, she shot and killed another lady. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, because these women will get down on your ass if they mad at you. Feet that be swift and run into mischief. That's them too, because they following behind the ways of the white man. This is really talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. With the so-called black woman, she has picked up on all this man's ways because, hey, that's her. They like Batman and Robin, man. Them motherfuckers is like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Shit, they like Luka and fucking LeBron right now. Straight up. It says a false witness that speaketh lies, and him that soweth discord among brethren. And that's what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has done mainly. He has sowed discord among brethren. It's, you know, amongst the families of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, especially amongst the so-called blacks. When he situated keeping the nigga out of the so-called black man out of the house, he done a great job. And he used the so-called black woman to execute that job. And she done swell. That's why we call them Batman and Robin, goddammit. Them motherfuckers go together like peanut butter and jelly. Grits and eggs. Like straight the fuck up, man. Ice cream and a cone. They go together perfectly, man. A damn hot dog and a bun. That's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the so-called black woman. They are clear enemies of the so-called black race, man. Especially the so-called black man. That's why we tell our, you know, the brothers, hey, look, man, watch out for these motherfuckers, man. Be careful with these, because they may look good. But boy, oh boy, you don't want to get caught up with none of these motherfuckers, man. I pray on a day-to-day basis. You don't want that problem. Look at this. Look at this monster right here. Look at this monster right here. Leave your fucking baby at home with a bunch of goddamn I know that goddamn well them kids. I know the house is tore up. You know they constantly fighting, bickering, and screaming in the damn house, and you leave. If you was leaving, you should have been taking the asses to the park somewhere and letting them run off some frustration or something. Like, come on, bro. Just dumb as hell. But this is what happens when you don't have no males in the house, man. See, Esau got y'all asses good. And when shit hits the fans, guess what? You're gonna be out here on your own. Just like you're out here on your own right now. Except for in that particular day and time. You're not gonna have your food stamps or your Section 8 and all that shit talking about I don't need a man to fall back on. Your little jobs and shit. I went to college, my degree. No, all that shit is about to be out. It's already out of the window, really. But it's coming to a point where that shit is about to be nothing in the world. And people are going to be kicking in your goddamn door, ravishing everything that you have. So you better repent, man, to the Father Yahweh in the name of his son Yahushua. And this goes for you dudes too, man. You men too. Fucking incredible, bro. This little girl here, I'm assuming, doofy. Okay, so we don't even look no monster there. You can clearly see that motherfucker right there as a monster. Anyway, I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Shala on the Bubble Ball.